Hi, everyone, and welcome back to our series of conversation on Human Iceberg. If you want to catch up with what we are talking about, please watch my previous two videos around Human Iceberg. So, where we left last time was, how do we manage the clashing of the iceberg? When we say clashing of the iceberg, it means how do we manage when two human beings in a situation have contrasting needs or feelings, and when it becomes, my need versus your need, or my feelings are important versus your feelings, and what does one do in this kind of a situation, and how do we manage that is what I'm going to talk about. So it often so happens in work situation, in workplace, or in our personal relationships, that uh, we operate from a certain need or certain kind of feeling, and they operate from certain need and certain kind of feeling, and we both get stuck at a place saying, what I say or I do or I want is more important, and it becomes like a deadlock. So I have three simple steps to give to all of us today here, that how do we manage this in a mature way, in an emotionally intelligent way, so to say. So there are three simple steps here. First thing is to learn not to judge. When I say not to judge, I'm saying not to judge the other person for his or her feelings, or how he or she is feeling, and not to judge the other for the need or the expectation that the other is having. And the same applies to yourself also. Do not judge yourself for how you feel, what you think, what you need, because all needs are legitimate, all feelings are legitimate. If you're a human being, a situation may impact you in a certain way. It may impact somebody else in a very different way, and both is fine, and both is valid, and both is legitimate. So it doesn't have to be oh, how can you feel like this, how can you be so angry, how can you be so disappointed? But why? One can be, right? If it is their truth in that given moment. Can we come to a place where we say, yes, this person is experiencing this right now for whatever reason it may be? Can we learn to not judge? Can we learn to not tag? Can we learn to not categorize people, or name people, basis how they feel and what is their need or expectations? Yeah. And in order to do so, one has to keep their conditioning or conditioned mind aside for a while. Most of the times you will find it is our conditioning. It is what we have learnt in our growing years, or whatever we have captured from our culture or the society, and it becomes so imprinted in our minds, that we say, hey, this is not okay, and only this is okay. Very simple example, in our society, especially Indian culture, or men have a certain role and women have a certain role. The gender is very role defined. Now anybody who tries to step out from this role, or anybody who does not meet the expectation, the social norm or the expectation around that particular role, becomes a bad person. But that person can have needs irrespective of the gender roles that are imposed on the person. So be very mindful, and first step is to not judge your own feelings and your own needs, and do not judge other person's feelings and their needs. Now, what is step two? Step two is to acknowledge. Acknowledge and say, yes, this is what it is right now. This is how it is for me right now. This is how I am feeling right now. This is what is my need right now. This is what this person is feeling right now. This is what this person's expectation is right now. When you acknowledge, and especially, when you're in a difficult conversation with the other, when you acknowledge them, that yes, I can understand you are feeling like this. I can understand this is what is your expectation, or this is what you need right now. When you make the other person feel heard, and when you hear your own inner voice, half of the problem gets resolved. Then the clinginess of the person with their feelings or their need reduces. The moment there is acceptance, the moment the feelings and needs are heard, the moment feelings and needs are acknowledged. So, step one, do not judge. Step two, acknowledge and hear fully. Yeah. And what is step three? Step three is to come to a space where we say, okay, given this scenario, can I generate more options? Yeah. We oftentimes get into conflicts in relationships, or this whole need and feeling or value conflict happens because we view the world as black and white, or we imagine solutions as black and white, or either this or that, and we do not let ourselves navigate, or we do not let ourselves explore what else is the possibility. And you'll be surprised to see that there is always, always, always more options available. But the thing is that we become so clingy around our feelings and our needs, and we become reactive. And that reactiveness does not allow us to sit back and say, okay, this is the scenario, this is what I have in front of me. These are the two solutions, but what are the other possibilities? What are the other options? And maybe together, once you've heard the person, once you've understood the person, once you've acknowledged the person, and the same thing you've done to yourself, you will find yourselves, both of you will be very free of the emotional clutter or the emotional clinging, and you will find yourself in a space where ideas will come, options will get generated, possibilities will get noticed together, and that would be a very beautiful way to tackle. So let the icebergs not clash with each other. Follow these three simple steps, to make your relationships stronger, be it work relationships or personal relationships. Make it possible to resolve conflicts, have those difficult conversations, develop your capacity to listen and acknowledge deeper, and generate options together. So, one last time, I'll repeat the three steps. Is first one, do not judge. Rule one. Rule two, acknowledge and hear or listen fully, and make the other feel heard also. Yeah. And third is generate options together. So, interestingly, working with Human Iceberg, and this way of looking at things, or it has helped me in my personal life and professional life both, to build better relationships, to have conversations, tough ones also, in a very polite way, without violence, without outburst, or without aggression. And though it's a practice, I have failed several times, you might also fail several times, but it's okay. But as far as we are committed to become good human beings and better social beings, I think it's all worth it. So all the best with exploration on iceberg to all of you, and we will come back soon. Thank you.